Okay, we're going to start na lang. Okay, so ang mutuklas ang ginhambal ko about sa my research problem and research questions. As what I've said earlier, ang bako sa inyo, I am going to send some YouTube mga helpful nga mga YouTube link videos that you can actually watch for you to improve your knowledge about crafting or formulating your quantitative research problem. Okay? Kaya para mag-ubra ka mo pag isang title nyo later on, tsakto na inyo nga title. Now, let's see. Guidelines in formulating a quantitative research problem and research questions. So, amo ni akon lang tawon, amo ni ang amon magiging basihan if what you have made ang research title, especially your research problem, kag inyo mga research questions are good and exact na gid. Okay? So, amo man ninyo ubrahon, amo man ninyo alang tawon, mag-ubra ka sa mga research problems ninyo. Number 1, formulate a research problem that is researchable, meaning open to empirical investigation. So class, mahambal kita researchable, inabala class ang ma-measure naton ang variables. Okay? Kag matagaan naton sang interpretation, matagaan naton sang meaning ang variables or ang result later on. So dapat researchable ang inyong what you call this, ang inyong research, okay? Ang inyong research problem. Like for example, you just want to know if how many students are having difficulties in online classes. For example, amo lang na. So that's already researchable. For example naman class, pwede man class actually magamba kita how many students are having mental problems because of online classes. If that is the question or that is the research problem, you will have some difficulty measuring it because later on in your panel defense, kung mamangkot bi ang panel, what was your means, okay, kung paano nyo gin-measure ang mental problems ng isa ka tao. Okay? So hindi ka mo makasabat class nga ginpa-doktor ginanamon sir or ma'am ang sa panel, ginpa-doktor gina siya namon, ginpa-check up gina siya namon in whatsoever. Okay? Though medyo tagilid gina inyong research because that is your question. So, just find a research problem lang nga researchable. Okay? Inabalang pwede ninyo makandak okay? Kag matagaan ninyo dayon sang result. Okay? So, as much as possible, amo na inyo nga obrahon. Actually, ginambal ko nga if what is the mental problem, pwede man na siya. Okay? Pero it takes time. Okay? Mauti siya and in your context, hindi nato naguro maobra kay magastos siya in a way pagid. Okay? So, mga hapos lang Okay, kag researchable. Ang researchable inabalaklas ang measurable, pwede ma-solve ang result, kag pwede ka matagaan sang number. Okay? Next, see to it that you state your quantitative research problem clearly, concisely, and possibly if under APA referencing style, not beyond 12 words. So, ang muna dapat ka sa inyo nga research problem, it must not exceed 12 words. However, sometimes may mga araman nga sobra nga mga 12 words. Sobra sa 12 words. However, ang ginambal na din class ng mga 12 words, dapat hindi maglapaw sa 12 words ang mga content words. Ang mga content words class ang mga noun, verbs, pronouns, okay? So amo na class ang mga content words. So dapat 12 lang nakabilog. Kay karon if it's so many, kung damo-damo siya class, medyo mauti na siya pag medyo makakause sa confusion sa sino mamabasa sa research nyo. However, sa mga physics, for example, sa mga in sciences na mga klase ng mga courses, okay? Mga chemistry, for example, ng mga researches, sometimes grabe ginakalawig class ang mga research problem nila, even the title itself. Okay, why? Kay sometimes sa wiglawig class ang mga pangalan sang chemicals, for example, or mga pangalan sa mga scientific terms lawig-lawig. So sometimes it exceeds 12 words. Okay, Pero in your context, kay maritime related kita man, okay, dapat hindi lang kita mag-exceed 12 words. Have your research, number 3, have your research problem focus on a general understanding of your research topic. Okay? So, ang research problem yung dapat class will have, would come from a general topic. Okay? For example, ang topic nyo would be about online class. So, what is in online class that you want to study? Okay? Do you want to study the problems? Do you want to study about the success? Daw mo na bala of online class? Do you want to study the absences of students in online classes? Okay. Do you want to study the difficulties in maritime related subjects? So from the online learning or online class nga general topic, dira ka class ma stem out, okay? Or dira ka class ma breakdown sa specific topics mo that will be or sang imong research problem that will be a focus of your research. All right? Number 4, construct a research problem that mirrors the importance of carrying or solutions to a problem. Okay? So dapat ang mga research nyo would actually help to solve a problem. For example, ang research itong ginambal ko, the absences of students, the reason of absences of students in online classes. So because of it, at the end of your research, makakontribute ka class, maka-help ka hatag solusyon sa problem nga pag inabsent sa mga estudyante. Okay? Number 5, let your quantitative research problem state the variables in the relationships with one another. So may mga variables, kamo as what I've said, dapat independent variable and dependent variable. Your independent variable would cause a change for your dependent variable. Okay? So dependent variable would depend sa independent variable. Okay? Later on, i-discuss pa na natin ang independent. Sa video gali, to class yung ginhatag ko, na-discuss ko na to ang independent and dependent variable. So please make sure to watch it. Construct an introductory statement to present your research problem. Okay, so in every research guide, may ara gid kita introduction so that the readers would have an idea if what motivated you, what encouraged you to study on that research problem. Okay, which is the main problem of your research. State your research questions or sub-problems not in the form of a yes or no question, but in informative questions. Okay? So hindi ka magambal na are you in favor? Okay, are the students in favor of same-sex marriage? Amo na bi mga research problem. Okay? So do not state that because that would only be answerable by yes or no. Okay? So pwede ka kahambal nga how many percentage of students are in favor of same-sex marriage. So in that manner, that's informative question already, okay? Because it's not answerable by only yes or no. But hence, it can give you a lot of information. So that's why it's informative question. Next, express your research problem and research questions either in an interrogative or declarative manner, but some research books say that the former is more effective than the latter form. So amo nang ginambal ko, mas effective if you state your research questions in interrogative manner, not in declarative manner. So in question form, dapat it ends with a question mark. All right, so ari ang experimental research init na napag-discuss. Let's just kido pa rin lang na sila sang gin-discuss naton. Sa gin-discuss ko sa may lesson 3. Okay? So lang tawon nyo lang tong video nga to. Types of quantitative research questions. So there are a lot of there are 3 types of research questions nga pwede ninyo maubra or pwede ninyo magamit later on sa inyong research, and make sure nga ang aton lang gid isa lang gid ang aton nga anhon tawag di sundon. All right, kay para mas mahapos sa inyo nga part and then mahapos man sa teacher nga part mang check. A quantitative research problem can generate a set of research questions or sub-problems that fall under any of these types of research questions. Number 1, descriptive research question. Okay? So ano na siya? Ask questions on the kind, qualifications, and categories of the subjects or participants. Okay? So in descriptive research question, ga-ask lang kita class ang questions on the kind, qualifications, and categories of the subject. Kung pila lang, okay, how many lang, how much, amo lang na class ang descriptive. And this is going to be that, kumbaga, the type of research nga obrahon nyo later on sa inyo nga, sa pag-finalize niyo sa inyo nga research. Okay? Wait lang, kayo i-open kung aton nga ano, i-open ko ang PowerPoint that will support. I-end ko class, then I'm gonna share another screen. So class, in descriptive research, kaya hambal ko to kagina, mga amo na siyang pinakasimple lang nga types ng research because you're just asking about, for example, the figure, the number, okay? You're not entirely focused gid sa may sa relationships and whatsoever. Okay? So ang mga starters naton nga pwede naton maobra for to be the research question, pwede naton siya maobra sa how many, how often, how frequently, how much, what percentage, what proportion, what to what extent, what is or what are. So as you can see, the very simple lang gid nga mga questions and can only be and can be answered right away if you conduct your study. Okay? Like how many percentage of students of grade 11 students are are going to continue their BSMT course, for example. So in that manner, maka-ano kita class, maka-generate kita yun sang result in sang answer. Okay? Next, may ara mang kita class another one, comparative research questions. Ang mga comparative research questions class, it deals with relationships, okay? Anong relationship? For example, ang relationship sang maritime related sang maritime nga course sa business, for example. So in that manner, ano mo class, i-measure mo ang relationships ng duwa ni ka-variable. Ang maritime nga course kag business. Okay? So what is the difference in the success rate of students taking up maritime courses in comparison to the students taking up or taking business courses. So in that manner, class, that's comparative research questions. And in sa inyong research subong SEM, hindi ninyo ni pag-ubrahon. Okay? Maiwas lang kita diri sa amon kaya medyo mautigin ni siya. Okay? Next. Relationship-based research questions. Do pareho lang na siya sa comparative. So do gina-state nato ng ilang relationship. Okay? And ilang differences and whatsoever. So ma-focus lang kita in descriptive research questions. Now, for example, Arena, to give us some idea of some of the research questions nga pwede natin maubra, kay pwede natin ma-apply later on sa pag-ubra natin sa aton nga own research. So, muning ang example. Descriptive research questions, mga examples how much water do people in Manila consume per day? So, ara answerable dayon niya. If you just conduct an observation, okay, or a survey. How often do Filipino high school students play Mobile Legends each week? So in that manner, that could be maka-answer kita na dayon. Okay? So how often? So answerable na siya by 2 hours per day, 5 hours per day. Okay? So that's just descriptive. Gina-describe lang naton ang situation. Okay? Next, comparative research questions. In comparative research questions, as what I said, do ano siya ang relationship, do gina-measure yung relationship and ang differences. What is the difference in the daily water consumption between male and female residents in Manila? Okay? What is the difference in the weekly playing Mobile Legends between Filipino male and female high school students? So, sa comparative research question, ginpasulod na class ang gender. Okay? Gender is a variable. Gender could be an independent variable. Okay, so male and female. Okay, so in your research ng obrahon, hindi na natin paggamitan ng comparative research question. Kaya medyo mautino na siya. Dapat simple lang nga ng research. Next, relationship-based research questions. For example, what is the relationship between temperature and sales towards the ice candy market? Okay. What is the relationship between educational level and salary among Filipino citizens? So daw medyo maute na siya on this part because you're trying to get na the relationship. So hibaloon mo na ang temperature. For example, sa number 1, hibaloon mo na ang temperature gid. Okay? Kag ang sales, so different na siya nga pag-measure. Sa ice candy market, ang temperature, kag ang ice candy. Kag ang sales. Okay? Next, we're going to continue. So there, last na lang, mga paragraph. Then we're going to end the discussion na, and I'm going to leave an activity. Approaches to quantitative research questions. Likewise, you may start asking research problems or research questions based on any of these two approaches. So may mga duwa kitang approaches in formulating or in making our research problems. First is the deductive approach. Anong deductive approach, class? Kumbaga, it's from general to specific. Okay? Amo na ang deductive approach. Tandaan niyo lang, deductive, general to specific. Inductive is from specific to general. Okay? Your questions begin from hunches or predictions or expectations about the outcome of your research. Okay? So usually, ginagamit kinaton nga approach in quantitative research, ang deductive approach. Okay? Because we will formulate or we will set a question na or a general question, then we're going to find answer for that question using specific statistical tools, okay, using specific measurements. So in that manner, that's what we call deductive approach. So that's the process. Ask questions centering on a theory or concept, discover the accuracy of the theory, ponder on variables to represent the extent of the application of the theory, and make up your mind on variable to study through observation, interview, or experimentation. Explaining the meaning of a variable based on its involvement or role in research process, particularly in the measurement, manipulation, or of the concept application, is giving such term its operational definition. Next, inductive approach naman is from specific to general. Okay? Deductive approach goes from bigger ideas such as theories or concepts to smaller ideas. Okay? Conversely, inductive approach starts from smaller, simpler ideas to bigger or more complex ones. Did I say it correctly? Ang inductive and deductive. So, okay. Let's just rephrase it if I have made some mistake, okay? In inductive research, gali class, it's from specific to general. Okay? So, amo nang aton nga ano. No, from specific to general. Amo nang inductive approach. From specific to general. Ang deductive is from general to specific. So, check na magaling bago gina. Inductively formulated research questions focus on descriptions of things to prove an idea system. Central to this approach are specific details to prove the validity of a certain theory or concept. Okay? So, amo ng inductive approach. So, class, please open your camera so I'll see if you're listening or not. Sino nang open sa camera? Si Tore lang. Okay? O si Tore Kamada. I will leave an activity to you which you're going to do until ang iyang deadline will be until Sunday pa, okay, along with all the lessons. So for lesson 6, please make sure to answer the assessment part of lesson 6, okay? You can read your module if you want, okay? All right, so I think medyo galag ko, okay? As what I said, you can answer your module from lesson 3 until morning a lesson. And the deadline of it will be on the 19th, okay, this Sunday. So please answer that. So medyo dali mo lang na siya. Okay? And if you have any question, maano lang ta. And next meeting, I will be we'll be having a Zoom meeting per group, not as a whole, pero per group lang. I will ask some questions regarding the progress of your what you call this of your research, okay? Kaya para maumpisahan niyo na ang chapter 1 and chapter 2 as well, kay para amo na ng inyo nga magiging PT, duha ka PT for first quarter. All right? Ang obrahon niyo sa buong class, I will post 5 posts sa aton FB group. Okay? Sa aton FB group, ma-post ko 5 ka post. Then, each group mahatag da sang ilang ang leader ang ma-comment, okay? Ma-comment sang 3 ato ba lang gin-send nyo last time sa akon, i-copy-paste silang to, ang bali yung leader nyo, i-paste dito sa inyo sa post for your group, okay? Sa aton FB group. Dito na i-post ang una-una ging nga comment dapat would be the research titles, the 3 possible research titles. Then each of your group mates must comment dito, isa-isa gid ma-comment sa ilang ngalan so that I'll know if present sila or not. Okay? So subong ninyo obrahon. Okay? Napaobra ko naman ang research title before. Okay? So kinanglan nyo lang nga ibalhin dito sa may FB group. Alright? Next time, we will be talking about na lang, I will check on you if nakaumpisa na kamo sa chapter 1. Okay? Kaya para hindi kamo ma-pressure later on nga dasigon ninyo obra because deadline na. Alright? So any question regarding
Kung di pa
this
be online
subject
ang
or the research, just raise your hand. Yes, Jimeno?
kung di pa be online ang leader, sir. Kung
Hindi
di
pa
pa
online ang
online
leader, anyone lang in the group could could put the comment right there.
ang 3 topics, sir.
Alright. Ang three research titles nga ginpili niyo to bala. Ang latest lang ninyo ngayon sa akon. What else? Anyone else? Wala na. So I think that's the end of our Zoom meeting. Thank you very much for attending. See you next time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, FREMANTLE. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.